your girl, Jacina Love. We're about to pull up on Elijah the Boy. Or must I say, he's pulling up to us, because you know I'm a Brooklyn girl, and he's coming to Brooklyn. It's Jacina Love, Lavish Lift. This is 50, the pull-up, y'all.
Struggle gave me all this ambition. That's the reason why I brag, all my diamonds be glistening. Plus I'm stupid with the flows and melodies and all of my hooks. Nigga would think I spent my spare time fishing. Look, know they see me on the up and up. Niggas hit my phone, they wanna know what's really up with us. Told them that it's so and I. Told them that we ride or die. Do it for my brothers, don't you ever think it's only I. Ever think it's only me. When they see the way I'm living, they like OMG. Used to pray to make it, man, I'll put that on my rosary.
So this time around, I had to bring you to Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Brooklyn Bridge, to be exact.
Yeah.
But with all due respect, Bronx's own, Elijah the Boy. Talk to me about that Bronx pride and what Bronx has done, you know, for you pridefully.
I mean,
teaching you the ways.
I think I always looked at, I spent a lot of time in both Brooklyn and the Bronx, and to me, the only thing that I learned is like I never felt lonely. Like there's so much love in the city, you feel me? Like there's so much, like, if you go outside, you getting friends automatically. We all grew up in low-income houses together, so it's just a lot of love and a lot of like friendship building. So the Bronx just shaped me completely because it taught me to want more in life. You know, like we don't come from much, so.
And I love how you spoke about that love, because it's true. I feel like it's New York City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm one that, I come from Brooklyn. I'm very Brooklyn pride, very, very prideful about Brooklyn, but at the same time, they ain't nothing like the Bronx vibe. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nothing like.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
New York City, period. Like, there's just so much characters. And what's crazy is that we could be so close, but yet so different at the same time.
That's right.
A lot of character out here.
So, I mean, last time we spoke, it was Send 'Em Up.
Yeah.
That was buzzing.
Yeah.
Last I saw, the numbers were at like 1 mil, or now you doing
Now it's
more.
like, now it's 3.8 million. On Spotify alone, it's about to hit 1 mil. It's just going crazy. Like,
Yo,
it's a lot of
numbers
love.
don't lie.
Nah.
Numbers
I get a
don't
lot of
lie.
support. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of fans. So we just going crazy.
Now you got Up.
I got Up Now.
Up Now.
Up Now just dropped like 3 weeks ago. It got 400K right now.
Yo,
Yeah.
talk to us about those numbers, because to me, I'm like, I remember when Send 'Em Up came out and it was 90 in 2 days, 90,000 in 2 days. Like,
Yeah.
those numbers are,
I don't know, but my fans, they just fuck with me. Like, it's crazy. Like, they really love me. Like, I started off early, so I built a fan base for myself, and that was my main focus, was like building fans and you know, creating a foundation so that when I drop music, it's more like they supporting their family. You know, I was doing free shows in the beginning. I was going outside telling them.
remember you had, what was it, Foot Locker or something like
Yeah.
that? You shut it down.
Shut it down, free meet and greets where they can meet me. I mean, early on, before even the Reebok collabs and all that shit, like, I remember coming to spots like this. Like, I'll tell my Instagram, meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge, and yo, whoever comes, comes. It don't matter if it's 5, 10, 20 people, so they can see me. Because now, when you get interaction with them and they meet you, you leave a mark on every person
That's
you meet.
right. That's
so
right.
that's how it was happening.
That's so beautiful. The way you put that, you know, leaving the mark. And actually, your numbers are crazy, right? Social media, but the way you interact with social media.
Yeah.
That's something so important. And you said it right there, you know, interacting and actually being that artist to touch these people and to, you know, to really go out there and
Yeah.
do the footwork.
You have to. You have to do the footwork with anything, because at the end of the day, not everybody's gonna just love it. Like, there's just so much people could appreciate from you from social media. Like they don't really know you. Like, they don't. So when you outside and you really meeting the people and you really interacting with the people, like, now they feel like, yo, like I could be the next person, you know? Cause now it's like, yo, he's not so different than me. You cut him, he bleeds the same color. Like, it becomes more realistic to them. So.
I love that. I love it. I love it.
Don't love any bitches, cause I swear that most of these women are always gonna come and go. This year I ran me up a half a ticket and I'm gonna need me 100 more. You wanna talk, but watch what you say to me, nigga, before I get my gun involved. Swim with the sharks, so you know that it's nothing to me to go ahead and done them all. We gon' send them up, we gon' bend them up. We gon' fuck on his sister if she treat a nigga like he's something regular. I'm in my bag, I need the cash. a sin for these bitches. Your boy and a dummy, nothing was sunny. I made it out of the struggle with ramen noodle filled the tummy. Summer was bloody. I seen a lot of niggas die. I seen a lot of mothers cry. Look at the sky and wonder why. But we from the town, boy, we ain't fucking around. 40 could knock off your crown, 100 them down. If we don't make it, then I hit up Tommy to get me a pound. Came from the ground. I seen a lot of niggas die. I seen a lot of mothers cry. Look at the sky and wonder why. No love any bitches, cause I swear that most of these women are always gonna come and go. This year I ran me up a half a ticket and I'm gonna need me 100 more. He wanna talk, but watch what you say to me, nigga, before I get my gun involved. Swim with the sharks, so you know that it's nothing to me to go ahead and done them all. We gon' send them up, we gon' bend them up. We gon' fuck on his sister if she treat a nigga like he's something regular. I'm in my bag, I need the cash, yeah, ayy. She want a bag of Birkin. She got an ass, I cannot believe, man, I had to see it in person. I'm in the lab, to 10 in a week, man, I never leave, I'm working. You know the VV's from Mazda. She wanna fuck with the Gazas. Head game on Skylar. Still ain't no loving these bitches. I'm only fucking these bitches. It's been a minute since I've been in love, cause I'm busy running these digits. Still ain't no loving these bitches. I'm only fucking these bitches. It's been a minute since I've been in love, cause I'm busy running these digits. No loving these bitches, cause I swear that most of these women are always gonna come and go. This year I ran me up a half a ticket and I'm gonna need me 100 more. He wanna talk, but watch what you say to me, nigga, before I get my gun involved. Swim with the sharks, so you know that it's nothing to me to go ahead and done them all. We gon' send them up, we gon' bend them up. We gon' fuck on his sister if she treat a nigga like he's something regular. I'm in my bag, I need the cash. No love any bitches, cause I swear that most of these women are always gonna come and go. This year I ran me up a half a ticket and I'm gonna need me 100 more. He wanna talk, but watch what you say to me, nigga, before I get my gun involved. Swim with the sharks, so you know that it's nothing to me to go ahead and done them all. We gon' send them up, we gon' bend them up. We gon' fuck on his sister if she treat a nigga like he's something regular. I'm in my bag, I need the cash. Big on our shit. We ain't fucking around.
It's your girl, Jacina Love. We're here with Elijah the Boy.
Yes, sir.
This is 50. Lavish lift. You already know we pulled up. Actually, Elijah kind of pulled up on us. We out here in Brooklyn today.
BK,
only for the good of it. You know, we walked the Brooklyn Bridge. It was a nice day. Went to the promenade. Just fun stuff, right?
Had a good time.
But you already know what the pull-up does. We pull up to you. But Elijah's family at this point, right?
Honestly, we could pull up in New York anywhere. I'm good.
I love that. You hear that?
Yeah.
So Elijah, tell us, where did the love for music begin for you?
Yeah, my mom probably influenced me the most because she was like playing like Biggie and Usher in the crib, like early ages, like, because me and my mom are so close in age because she had me when she was 15, so she was like into all that stuff. And also just my environment, like growing up in poverty and shit, you go outside and everybody's playing music. Like you go to the corner store, they playing music. There's people on the stoop sitting down playing music, like all that. So just, it was kind of like you had to have love for music coming from poverty. Like it's just all around you.
I love that. Not only that, but it's speaking to us. You know, we're living it. We're finding motivation through the music.
Yeah, it's almost like a diary entry or like a venting, even therapy for certain people, especially for me too. So, yeah.
For real. Talking about your mother, your sister, very family oriented. I really, really love that. The fact that she had you at an early age, but you're still super close to her. You're super close to your sister. One of my favorite freestyles is the one you did for your sister.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that bond.
It was just kind of like when my mom had me, she had me, like I said, she had me at 15 and she ain't have family, like she comes from, at the time, like my grandmother was like she was an addict, so she wasn't really involved in my mom's life, and my grandfather was in Puerto Rico. So being here, my mom was just like, she was kind of like a hood baby, you feel me? So after that, it was kind of like she fell into the wrong. She got with, my dad was like a drug dealer at the time, and it was bad, but it was kind of like, since she didn't have family, soon as she got pregnant, it was kind of like, she was so close to us. Mm-hmm. She kind of created her own little family, and she lost a lot of people, so it was kind of like that she always put on us. Like we was always so close. Like I remember I remember growing up, we was in studio apartments, and it was me, my mom, my sister living in a studio apartment, like always together. So that's kind of like, that to me was just like everything. Like it kind of just shaped me as a human, period. Like it taught me how to love, it taught me how to trust, it taught me about loyalty, all that stuff. So my mom kind of shaped me all the way around. Like I wouldn't know where I would be without her. So that's why I'm so like family oriented. And plus I kind of feel like, even though it's not good, like I have this thing where I'm like, since she kind of gave up her life to just make sure I had one, I kind of feel like it's my job to give her back something. So that's why I'm like so family oriented. It's like, yo, I owe her something. Like, and she tells me I don't need to, but it's kind of just something I have.
Definitely, you definitely need to. She did a good job. You know, you're genuine, you following your dreams. Talking about following your dreams, man, you're doing this alone.
Yeah.
You're not signed.
Not
you know, talking about your mother and the whole doing it alone, she definitely passed that motivation on to you.
Yeah, man.
Not signed, videos.
So you ain't gotta hide that from me. I've been going so hard. Now I'm wearing Go Yard. Now I eat at Julon. Now I get my groove on. No, they try to take my life, but on God, I can't let that shit happen.
I mean, you know, everything. Camera guys, I've met your team. Your team is super dope, super on point. Talk to us about that and what it takes to do that.
To me, it was kind of like, at first, I'm blessed. I feel blessed because along the way, I found people that are just as hungry as me, you know? So sometimes you grow up in your circle, and then a lot of people don't have that same ambition as you, you know? A lot of my team members, I only knew for like 3-4 years. You know, a lot of them didn't grow up with me. Some of them I'm like the baby of the group. Everybody's older than me. But it's kind of like when I met them along the way, they were just so genuine, and they were all like, yo, I really love what you do. I just want to be a part of your story. And I feel like finding people that just genuinely, obviously everything got to be beneficial for everyone, but that's not the reason why they're there. They're kind of there like, yo, I want to be here for the ride. I want to be here for the journey. So when you find people like that, it's kind of like, it's so easy to flow with. Like, it's like y'all all got the same vision. Y'all all know what y'all want for yourselves. So that's why I feel blessed, because everybody, like my producer, Navi Beats, my engineer, Mixed by Auden, my videographer, Owen, honestly, like everybody is just on point, and everybody.
And super humble.
Yeah, and nobody has
All
egos. Nobody has egos. I feel like that's the main part of a team, is like, soon as somebody has an ego, you know, you gotta get them up out of there, because it's not about just one person. Like, I'm a type of artist where I don't think it's just about me. I don't think it's just about, like, there's so much little things that add up to why I'm where I'm at. So I think that's what it really is about, for real.
That's insane. I love that. I love that whole idea with that. Being Latino in the game.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yo.
How does that feel?
Now, honestly, I feel like it's super dope, because in hip hop, I feel like Spanish and Latinos been in it from the beginning.
That's right.
Like, it's always been kind of blend. It wasn't just, you know, it wasn't just one people. Like, it was kind of us together, because growing up in the Bronx and growing up in New York, period, it's just where in my environment, it was straight only Latinos and blacks. You know, and we all grew up as kind of one. Like, we all grew up in the same neighborhood. We all grew up, if you go to the second floor, I'm asking them, I'm asking his mom for sugar. Like, it's just stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's never been like a divider with us. And just in hip hop, it's nice to see how it's just really becoming one. Like how you know, hip hop artists are now jumping on the Latino waves and getting, you know, doing songs with
crossovers.
Yeah, it's crossovers.
Crazy.
And now you're seeing Latino artists on the hip hop charts. Like, it's kind of like,
how about the Hot 97s and the playing
everybody, like,
the Latin music now? That's crazy.
It's crazy. So me, I'm super like prideful in all of that, because I'm not only just a rapper or a hip hop rapper. You know, I'm Puerto Rican Ecuadorian, so I grew up. I'm glad to be like, I could be in both sides. You know, a lot of people, they're not able to, you know, be in both worlds. And I feel like I'm blessed to be able to be in both worlds, how I could learn how this culture works and this culture works and feel a part of both. So for me, it's super important. Like,
and how big the Latin culture, when it comes to music,
they support.
Those YouTube, again, numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Those YouTube numbers for the Latinos in their videos, insane.
And you know, it's crazy, because they, like, at least speaking for me, like, I didn't realize how strong my Spanish fan base was without even doing a Spanish song.
Yep.
like I didn't even do one. I did one now, but like recently, like back then I didn't do one. But then I started doing shows and started, you know, doing all these shows in New York, doing all these shows in LA. And when I look in the crowd, it's straight Spanish, and like I was like, yo, what the fuck, like, but it's crazy because I'm not even doing Spanish music. It just shows you that it don't matter what the fuck you do if they see that you know, they supporting you. So
and for our people, we just have that, you know, that whole thing with culture and going back to being prideful.
Yeah.
You know, Latin people are so prideful. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's crazy. It's super.
I know
crazy.
in my family they always like, you put an artist on. En Puerto Riqueño, he's Puerto Rican. I'm like, bro, not everybody's Puerto Rican. That annoys you when they ask you. I'm like, not everybody's Puerto Rican. Why I gotta ask that?
I mean, because I ain't gonna lie, the Puerto Ricans in the music period is a lot of us. Like, it's crazy, and it's just dope. There's not so many of us in the hip hop world though. There's now I see like Spanish artists that strictly do hip hop, like mainly is like me. I see J.I., CJ. Like, there's more of us like that are coming into this. So I'm just glad to see any Latino winning in this shit, and Latina. Like, shout out Danny Lay's in it. Like,
Yes.
there's mad people, bro.
Yo, and
It's
Danny
lit.
Lay's whole family, she got the sister with the Bella Dos,
Yeah,
and she got the brother who's also doing his own thing. And I'm
Artist.
like, wow.
that's dope.
Just
that's
in
dope.
general, like, it's a really good time for Latinos, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been a good time. Do not get it twisted. But to see how everybody's taking to the music now, how everybody's becoming one with music,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing.
It's
to
like
see.
even in the clubs, it's like really only hip hop and Spanish music gets played.
Yeah.
Reggaeton and all that.
Yeah.
It's lit. It's lit.
So talking about music, your writing process.
Um,
Talk to us about that. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you in that light?
I mean, I really sometimes like I just gotta go through life a little bit. I feel like sometimes I'm the type of artist, like early on when I first started making music, I was the type of artist that only like rapped. Like, I didn't do no melody stuff. I didn't really sing like that. Like, it was straight rapping. That's when I first started, like, and before I was even in the industry. But along the way, you know, you find out that music isn't just about necessarily not every time what you say, but how you say it. So there's certain songs that just feel really good even though they're not saying much. It's just a feeling, and music always been a feeling. Because at the end of the day, what we put on songs is just sounds. We turned it into a language, like me and you talking right now. But when you make a song, it's really just sounds that you're projecting out using your voice that feel good on a record, and it gotta feel good at the end of the day. So me, I used to be all about bars and stuff, and then I started like just listening to more music and, you know, being around my producer and my team and them putting me onto new music. And then I started realizing like, yo, I want a song that sounds like that. Or yo, I want melodies that when I do a show, everybody's singing that shit. Or yo, I want to go to the club and hear my shit ring off. So me, I'm the type of writer that I just want to express myself fully. Like, I never just want to, I used to get caught up in, since you know how I always tell people, like artists, when they ask me for advice, I always say like, yo, enjoy the part of your career where there's no expectations, because that part is like the most free you'll ever be, because you ain't got nobody like judging your music. You really just writing music right now, and nobody's really listening to it just for you.
To cut
You know,
no ties.
you know, you
what
ain't
I'm
really,
saying?
and that's like the freest and most free you could be, because as soon as you get one that reacts or gets you a little fan base or whatever, now they're gonna always want you to do that, and now you always gonna be chasing that one. So I feel like I had to learn that. Like, I used to tell, I remember one time a fan stopped me and they were like, yo, we need you to do this type of song again. Or when I used to do freestyles, we need you to do this again. And I had to tell myself, like, it's love. I love you guys, but honestly, I'm not making music for y'all. It's a beautiful thing that it connects with y'all, but I'm making music for my story and what I want to tell. And if you connect to it, that's amazing. And if you don't, it's going to connect to somebody, because we all going through different stories. So my writing process is just like whatever I feel at the moment, I'm just going to say. It don't matter. It could be a love song. It could be a pop bottle song. It could be whatever. We doing whatever.
Yo, and I really got to take your word for it, because, no, I don't have to take your word for it. Your music speaks first.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can research
Yo,
it.
There's so many
Yeah.
songs that I've heard from you, and literally, it's from one end to the other.
Yeah, I do. I
You literally do it all.
Yeah, I try to leave nothing untouched. You feel me? Like, I try to be like, try everything, because at the end of the day, you know, something I used to get caught up in, and I think is good advice for artists, is that not every song you make or record has to come out. So do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you could scream into the mic, you do whatever, because at the end of the day, you the only one hearing it, and maybe a couple of your homies. You know, it's not gonna come out unless you post it. So what's the harm in trying something? So that's something that I used to not know, and then once I learned it, I feel like I got super creative. I feel like I was just like, all right, let's try this, let's try to do this, let's try to do this. So it was kind of like, now I just try to do anything. Like, my first album was called Mood Swings, like, for a reason, because I'm gonna go through emotions and I'm gonna do whatever. Like, it's just what it is.
So we spoke about the industry. I see the way you move, the industry, writing, creating your own little team, and how you guys create the numbers you guys are bringing. And then we're here with This Is 50.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent, his whole legacy. And I really want to know, how has his influence influenced you? How has he influenced you?
Well, 50 Cent is like in my top 5, because he was like the first, like, I remember just growing up listening to his music. He was like the first gangster rapper that was kind of like for the females, like, to me. Like, he was like, because that's my whole thing. Like, I love doing music for every type of person, but like, the females is where I live, you feel me? That's where, like, most of my fan base is girls, like, all that shit. And he was he was like one of them gangster rappers who was singing. Like, if you go to his songs, like, there's a lot of songs he's doing melodies, like, he wasn't really caring so much about the bars, but he was still saying some shit. But it was like super effective for me, because one of the reasons I get my confidence is, like, I always say artists, like, when I told you my mom used to play a lot of Biggie in the crib, I used to be amazed at that, because this man was like such a big guy and he was super confident. Like, you would think this guy had a six-pack, like, the way he talked, you feel me? So it was kind of like those type of rappers where they just came out the gate confident, came out the gate like they didn't give a fuck, like that motivated me so much, because, like, it was like, you know, growing up, you know, you scared to try stuff, like, especially when you from, like, where you ain't seen like, I ain't never seen nobody in my area make it in rap, or I ain't never seen nobody in my area be rich or get money, you know. So it was, besides, you know, the drug dealers and shit like that, but like, other than that, like, I ain't never see. So it was kind of like, when you see it on TV and you see all these people, it's like, damn, like, they doing it. So super influence, the cadence, the confidence, you know, the stage presence, the way he talks to the ladies, all that shit. Like, little by little, all these artists influence me crazy. And I'm never the artist that's scared to say, like, where I get influence from or stuff like that, because at the end of the day, I'm not the first person to rap. Like, I'm not the first person to make a love song. Like, you gotta hear it in order to do it. You don't just wake up and be a rapper. You gotta listen to rap music to be like, I want to be a rapper. So all that stuff, definitely huge influence.
Yo.
Oh, you good?
Huh?
Oh, my bad, sorry.
Oh,
You said guilty.
that's so crazy. Your voice sounded like it came from over here. That mask threw me off. You didn't see? I looked at you like, huh?
Everybody catch the camera.
I thought it was a camera again. I was like,
no,
bro,
you
that
good.
shit came tired today.
It's good. Before just, that was good. It's
Okay,
good.
okay. All right. So now, you blew me away recently with Lemon Pepper.
Yeah,
And it was only a clip, because I haven't even heard the whole thing.
yeah.
But he said he's going to give us a snippet after this, so.
Yeah, nah, that shit was, I kind of like, you know, I feel like I've came so far from what I used to be and what I used to do, like, but I think it's always good to just, like, you know, tap into what got you here, you know. And something that got me my fans was when I used to just get on people's beats and freestyle and just post it on Instagram. That's how I got my fan base. So I was like, you know what, like, I'm not gonna always do it, but every now and then when I hear a beat that I feel like I could come on like crazy, I was like,
Oh, I should have been on this?
yeah. So I'll do it once in a while, and it kind of is exciting for me, because I feel like I'm starting again. You know, I feel like you know, 2017 Elijah, where he was rapping on everybody's beats and telling all these people to tag whoever, you know. So I feel like it just feel good. Like, so I was just like, fuck it, let's do it. And yeah, it came out fire. It came out super fire.
And when you dropping that? You're not dropping the full one?
Nah,
or
I'm
what's
gonna
up
drop
with that?
it. I'm gonna drop it. I'll probably drop it this week, to be honest. For real. I just had to wait a little bit, because, you know, I want when I drop, I want it to be like the correct way. Like, now I'm at a
Seriously.
point where, you know, everything has to be better than the last. Like you can't just move backwards, or the quality gets bad, or stuff like that. So I'm at a point where if I do something, it has to be something. Like it just can't be no bullshit.
That's amazing. That's quality.
Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah, facts. I spit in
Greatness
gems.
takes time. Yo.
I'm a great.
What's up with that? You be practicing that?
I'm a great interviewer.
Nah, you really are. From
I'm
the time we
amazing.
did the
That
live,
was
from the time, no, you really are, bro. You
I'm
really have a good
great.
conversation.
Nah, yeah.
All right, Elijah, what's next for you?
I just feel like that question always makes me feel like everything next for me is just more growth. Like I just want to grow every year. Like I want to look back at last year and see the numbers higher. I want to see the presence of just me higher.
Let's go.
Everything just more. That's really what I crave every year. I'm not trying to we don't got to be a million, like have millions of dollars next year. It's not really about that for me. It's like if I'm doing better than my year prior, then I'm good. I'm straight. You feel me? And I feel like every year I've just been growing. Every year I feel like I'm more involved. Every year I feel like the music, the quality's better, the videos are better. The fact that I'm doing interviews with This Is 50, the fact that my songs is hitting millions, like I just feel like I just want more of that, more M's, more all of that. Like just keep growing. Like that's really what I look for.
Set 'em up is at 3-point-something mil.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. When we did the live, it was like I told you, it was at 90,000. Well, that's when you had 90,000 in 2 days, but still, it was to see that now.
And I remember when I played Jamaica Name, I said I was gonna drop this, and that one hit like 100K in a day on YouTube. Some shit crazy.
Bro, what are you doing out here? You paying somebody on YouTube?
My fans fuck with me.
They really do.
I tell artists all the time, like,
they really do.
Bro, like, don't chase. Like, I feel like artists, because of social media and because everybody want to flex and shit, and that shit's cool. I do that shit sometimes too. But, like, I could do that now because I developed a fan base.
That's right.
You could get certain looks and it don't make sense because why? You don't got no fans, bro. So it's like, fuck are you doing all this extra shit trying to get these, like, looks when you really don't got no fans? It makes no sense to me. So that's why early on, what I focused on was the fans. Because now when I come and do interviews, I got people that actually gonna watch this shit. You know, I got people that actually gonna comment. Even when you did an interview on live, there was people on the live, like, people be
crazy love.
Yeah, people be skipping steps. Like, don't skip steps. Me, get the fans first, and then you can do all the other shit after. That's how I feel about it.
Yo, if y'all didn't take no gems from this interview, Elijah done laid it out. He gave the blueprint.
Yeah, bro. Get a team and get some fans, and you lit.
Yo, Elijah, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Thank you.
Family.
Yes.
It's not the last time you're gonna see me and Elijah together.
No, not at all. We're gonna be smoking hookah somewhere in the club. Just
Wildin'. Yo, Elijah the boy, Jacina Love. This is 50. Lavish Live, the pull-up, y'all.